Hey there! In this video, I'm going to be replacing the right outer CV joint. By the way, I changed the left one in the previous video and gave you a detailed guide on how to do it. However, many people in the comments mentioned that you can't access the right CV joint from the steering knuckle without removing the suspension arms in a similar manner. So, let me try doing that myself in this video. This video will be brief, and I'll only cover the main steps of the process. First, I'll unscrew the hub bolt and remove the wheel. As you can see, the car is securely supported, as we might need to tap the outer CV joint to remove it from the hub. By the way, I already managed to strip the hub bolt while the car was still on the ground, so now it can be fully unscrewed. With the bolt out, I can turn the wheels all the way to the opposite side. In my case, I've turned the steering wheel fully to the left. At first glance, it might seem like if you angle the CV joint, you could get it out of the steering knuckle. However, that won't work because the wheel hub is still slightly in the way. In this situation, most mechanics start by unscrewing the lower or upper suspension arms to move the steering knuckle a bit further. But I'm taking a simpler approach. I'm placing a jack under the lower control arms and using it to lift the steering knuckle upwards until the lower arms become parallel to the ground. This way, as the arms lift, they push the steering knuckle away, creating enough space to access the outer CV joint's even-angled velocity joint. Next, I'll remove the old CV joint. To do that, I'll screw the hub bolt into it and remember to remove the joint boot clamps. If our plan is to only replace the joint boot, then we need to be careful not to let any dirt get inside the old CV joint after removal. Then I'll take off the locking ring and washers from the axle shaft. I'll clean the interior and install the new parts. I've got a new CV joint here that I pre-greased. I'll proceed by fitting the new boot, 2 washers, and the locking ring onto the axle shaft. After that, I'll gently tap the new CV joint onto the axle. Once the joint is on, make sure the plastic washer sits against the inner race, and only then tighten the boot clamps. By the way, it's better to tighten the clamps using a specialized tool. Tightening the hinge boot clamps, you can reattach the CV joint to the steering knuckle and tighten the hub bolt when the car is back on the ground. Lastly, take the car for a test drive. That's all from me. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.